everyone, welcome to Deanna Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me on this video today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So happy to have you. On my channel, I do cash stuffings. I am a hybrid budgeter, which means I leave my bills in the bank. I also transfer cash that is saved from my long-term savings into a high yield account where it can gain interest at the end of every month. But I do cash stuff my variable expenses as well as sinking funds. So I'm so happy you're here joining me today for my first cash stuffing for 2026 January paycheck 1. Now I know I'm like a week behind, but I had an extra paycheck in December and I had to do my closeout, so that kind of pushed me a little bit off schedule. But here we are, you guys. So we are doing paycheck number 1. And to begin, let us get this cash out, count it up, and see what we're working with. So I have $1,504 here with me, or that's what I should have. So let's go ahead and count that and see if we are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 650, 750. 770, 90, 810, 30, 50, 70, 90, 910, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1,010, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 1210, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90, 1,300. Let's put this on the cash tray. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1,465, 75, 85, 95, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1,504. Okay, we're correct. Okay, you guys, so let us get into it. First of all, let us unstuff the paycheck. Let's unstuff the wallet and see what we have left over. We have nothing in groceries. In gas, we have 125. So I'll take out the 5, roll that over. Food has $20. Yay. Nothing in miscellaneous. Oh, I mean nothing in personal. Miscellaneous has its 20. That's awesome. And my daughter has 32. Yay for her. So this is going to go into her personal sinking fund, and I will put that off to the side and we'll add it when we get into the sinking fund stuffing. So we were able to have 20, 30, $45 in rollover. Yay. At the end of this video, I will be stuffing this into the rollover challenge that I have. Okay, so let us go ahead and get the wallet stuffed. So groceries is getting $180, 150, 70, 80. And for those of you who are new to my channel, so what I do is I do use credit cards quite heavily, but I pay them off in full every month. And so what I do is I cash stuff this, and then I reimburse the charges as I go through the week. So I'll unstuff my wallet and send it back to bank, so to speak. That way I keep myself on target with my variable spending. For gas, this week is getting $100. So we're going to do a 50, 2 20s, and a 10. Which means that gas now has 1, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220. So into food, we are adding $60. All right. Personal is getting, so I am getting 50, and I'll do some ones. 1, 2, oh, no, I can't. Okay, let's do this. So we have 20, 45, 50, and hubby's also gonna get $50, and I'll put his off to the side. We are also going to be doing into miscellaneous $20, and my daughter will get her $30. Wonderful. So the wallet is stuffed. Let's get that in here. And it's ready to be unstuffed because, yes, guys, I am supposed to be doing paycheck 2. So, yes, we're behind, but we'll get reconciled this week. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add it to the bills binder. I only cash stuff a few of my bills, including my phone bill. So we are going to be putting into the phone bill, let me just double check here, $25 this week. So $25, and I'm gonna put that as 1/9 because that was the first paycheck, and I'm behind. So that should give me $160 in this account. I ended up overpaying my mom for the phone bill, so I got back some cash from her because I didn't remember that my husband's phone was on like a monthly payment plan with the phone company, and it ended and I didn't realize. So 120, 40, 55, 60, 160. Awesome. So I am a bit ahead on this account, which means that for February, I will just adjust how much I'm budgeting for it, which is great. Awesome. I love that. So car insurance is also going to be getting $35 today. And with my car insurance, this is a semi-annual bill, and it is not due until around April. So I should be fully funded by the time we get to April. We have, what am I doing? Why am I taking $1? We're adding 35. And there's no cash in here because this is something I do transfer every month. So there's 526 online, say, getting some interest, and then we have 35 in cash, okay? All right, so that is it for my bills. And we are now going to move on to my savings binder. Okay, so guys, for savings, we have some new goals for 2026. But there are mandatory amounts that I put in every week for 3 accounts. So the first one is our daughter. So for her account, we're going to be adding 50. I did zero this out so that we were able to start afresh to see how much we can save for the year. I do have a running tally online, obviously. But for the binder, I like to just track these separately to see, you know, what were we able to put in just for the year. So we're putting in $50 and starting her off for the new year. So that's exciting. For our savings, my husband and I, we are going to be adding also $50. I do have some big change in here. Look at all these hundreds. I'll have to find a way to break them down. I didn't have enough change when I was putting my cash breakdown together. And then I use Savings Challenge for the emergency fund. And for a month ahead, I am going to be adding $20. So the goal for this account is to get it up to $5,000 to be 2 months ahead. We're adding $20 this week. And I had gotten a head start at the end of last year, as well as I also use interest from my Ally account to just roll into this fund to help it grow faster. So we are at $423 already into the 5,000, which brings us up to $443 in the account, right? So let's add that 20. I do have prop cash in here to represent the $423 in the bank, and I'm adding $20. At the end of each month, this is one of the accounts that gets unstuffed and sent back to the bank, okay? But I do budget $20 a week, so at least if nothing else happens, I'm saving $1,040 for the year, because that's what $20 a week adds up to. So that's it for the savings binder. Now we are going to be adding $100 to our vacation fund. Now the vacation fund, I usually add $100 a week because the goal was to get $5,000. I'm going to put $100 in here just like that because I don't have the change. But we're going to be playing this using Rock's Budget Savings Challenge book. And so therefore I just put it in here until I film that video later in the week. Now I think this brings us now to our sinking funds. So for this month, which I've been doing for the past couple months, I am directly stuffing my sinking funds instead of going through savings challenges. I'm just grabbing the sheet because I realized I didn't have it out. One moment, you guys. Okay, so I have my sheet here off to the side. And you'll get a little sneak peek for week 2 because I did the budget already. I just need to do the cash stuffing. So we're working on week 1. What I do is I have this tracker that I put the funds that I really want to focus on for the month and some goals of where I'd like to get, what I'd like to stuff for the month. And then as I go by week, I'll see how I'm tracking, right? Of course, this can change because if things come up and a certain fund needs more money, I will direct funds there. But this is just a guideline for me. So for week 1, we are adding $530 into our sinking funds. And that is because I got my car maintenance, like my quarterly mileage reimbursement from work. And so I'm putting that toward my car maintenance fund because that's what it's for. So the majority of the money is going in there. So let us go ahead and pull out some cash. So let's flip. We're doing today just 2 sinking funds, car maintenance as well as household. So normally I don't stuff car maintenance unless I get my reimbursements or if something like is happening with my vehicle. So let us go ahead and add $450. So this is the big stuffing that it gets, and hopefully that survives. It survives until my next quarterly. So 675 will be the balance. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 400 and 20, 40, $50. 1, 2, 3, 450. So you guys, I don't think I've told you this, but my dad is actually a mechanic and he's been doing it for like longer than I've been alive. So he's really good at his job and it's so nice. Anytime something happens to my car, I just call my dad and he just comes and fixes it. And my dad never charges me for the work he does. I literally only pay him for the parts if he has to get parts, but so I got a really sweet deal here, you guys. All right, let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 520, 40, 60, 80, 620, 40, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 675. Yes, we are correct. So that's awesome. And I sometimes will put some of this in the bank if I don't think I need all of it at once. I haven't decided yet though because yeah, I never know with these cars. My car, like I have an older car and sometimes it needs a little bit of help. All right, so let us now go to household. And household is getting $80 today. So this fund is in case, you know, we need to buy something for the house. Right now, we need to do like a little minor repair in the kitchen. And so we might have to run to Home Depot and get some stuff. Like, you know, that's what I use it for. Or if I buy like a little knickknack for the house, that's what comes out of here. So it's been getting hit recently because I've had to buy like new appliances and stuff and tip like the installers, but we're gonna try to get that back up. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80 that's being added, which should bring us up to 135. Let's see. 20, 40, 60, 81, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Yay, 135. So this is good. This is it for the sinking funds. And now we move on to whatever the balance is left over should be for savings challenges. Now my savings challenge money basically is just for all of the things, all the money I save in savings challenges is going for long-term savings goals, right, you guys? I discussed what my goals were in a previous video, but as we go through, you'll obviously see it. Our largest goal this year is to save for a home deposit. Probably in the next year or two, we'll be looking at maybe getting a bigger house. We live in a condo, so it's pretty small. And when we bought the condo, you know, we were kind of newly married and we didn't have a child. Now we have a child and there's no storage here, and that's the biggest issue because we love where we are and it's so affordable, but you know, you outgrow a space. So anyways, we're saving toward being able to do that, but we'll see how we work it out. We should have $204. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So a little thing that I'm doing differently. Normally I would just put this off to the side and do it in a separate video, but I want to feature the new savings challenge that Andrea and I made, which is the Sweet Stacks 10K savings challenge. This is specifically for my house deposit. And what I'm going to do is at the end of each cash stuffing video, I am going to just randomly stuff something in here and I'll put it away. So it's just like one little stuffing, but it's a way to give it like that extra boost. So let's see if anything's left over because this challenge will save so much money And, you know, it's going to definitely, sometimes it'll be a big hit because I think the largest amount in here is $100. So if it asks me for 100, I have to give it 100, you guys. What am I going to do? Right now, I do have $30 that I was able to put toward it from my unstuffing for December. I am going to be stuffing prop cash into this binder, but the real cash will go to the front, and I will withdraw that at the end of every month and put it into my high yield account. And prop cash will go into the envelope. So I do already have 30, and we're going to see how much we're adding. I'm going to stuff that, but we're going to see how much we're adding today. So it is 12 sections. I am going to be rolling a die to keep it a little bit random, and that will tell me which section we're going to stuff, and then based on what that is, we'll proceed. So let's go. We're just doing one roll. That's it. And then I'll also stuff my rollover, you guys. Okay, section 1. And guess what, guys? Section 1 has got to be the nicest section of all because it's only $5. Yay, $5. Okay, so what we're going to do right away is I'm going to use prop cash in here, as I said. So I'm going to pull out $5 prop. I'm going to add that in here. And I am going to eliminate one of these. Actually, let me use this one. One of these 5s. So what a nice way to get started. And I will save that $30 for when I stuff this binder the next time. I thought it would be more, but it wasn't. It was very friendly. So what we're gonna do right away is on our savings tracker, if I can find my my Sharpie, where are you? All right, let's use, I need a darker color so you guys can see. So today is 1/15 and we are adding $5. So now 5 is saved. I do have that 30. I'll log it in when I actually stuff it, you guys. So, yay, that's so exciting. And I'm going to put the real 5 just in here, you know, right into the front where it can just kind of chill out and relax until the end of the month, right? Awesome. The other $30 from this is already in my savings binder, and I think I unstuffed it also. So I just need to find a place to put this 30 and then we'll be happy. Okay, perfect. So I am going to leave this alone until that's it. I'm so happy to start, and I wanted to do more, but you know, I am going to obey the dice. I am going to be back in this binder, no doubt, because I still have a lot more money here and I want to put some more into that challenge. But in the meantime, I am going to put this one side. I have to play my Build a Bank Winter Series Locked In challenge. But for the meantime, I'm going to add this money now into, oh, and see that? I have more in here. I didn't realize. You guys, what? Okay. I'm putting this in here so we have lots of cash to save. And you get a little sneak peek of what's happening in here. That's for the savings challenge video. So I hope you can join me for that one. But the last thing I want to do is also log my rollover. So you guys, new challenge for the rollover for 2026. I don't know if I'll finish this book, but this is what I'm going to use. It is the Candy Shop Savings Challenge book. So exciting. This book was created by GB over at Income Babes, and this is a physical challenge that I purchased from her shop. So what I'm going to do right away is log in. We have $45 that we're going to be putting toward this challenge. So let me just put it here for right now, and I'll show you where we're going to stuff it. But yeah, let's go ahead and make a note. So today is 1/16/26. We're adding 45. So that brings us up to 45. So it's a nice way to start the new year with a good amount of rollover. And I do believe, so there's a whole story to this book, which I won't get into right now, but it's beautiful. And I don't know if she's going to play it at some point, but it's just really nice. And it's based on all her other Candy Shop challenges. So I have the cards that actually come from the original challenges. You might not have the cards, you could just roll a die. But for me, I'm going to use the cards to tell me where to go. And I'm going to try to find where I need to go. I mean, might need to pause the video to find it because I am pretty unfamiliar with this book. I haven't started it, but I've had it and I couldn't wait to start. So let's go ahead. We're going to draw until we run out of money. Okay, you guys? So here we go. So over the rainbow, I have to find this icon to find out where it is. So you kind of, we'll do a little flip through since, you know, it's the first time we're in here. There's Jelly Bean Junction, Gumdrop Avenue. Oh, here's a rainbow. So I'm assuming that this is this, right? I think I'm playing it correctly, but we'll find out. We will certainly see. So let me get a nice Sharpie here. And we are going to tick this off. That's done. And I'm going to tick this there too. It's a good, I should have laminated these and I didn't, but it's okay. So that's right away is $26 and I need my calculator to keep track. So I only have 19 left. So hopefully the next one isn't too much. Let's see. The next card is Just Sweetheart. So let's look. Oh, and they're right here. Okay, so I do already have an IOU. I am going to tick it off. So my IOU is $2. $2, you guys. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want an IOU, I am going to go into my wallet, which I put here, and I'm going to steal the $2. Let me steal it from my miscellaneous, and I'll just have less to spend. So first of all, let me make change here. And I will break down this 10. 1 second, you guys. Okay, I got 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to add, what was it? $2. 1, 2. And I have 8 left. So that was a nice way to force me to save an extra $2. And I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't like IOUs. So I'm going to actually update this amount. So we started, you guys. That's so exciting. So we're going to update that. Let me see if I can use my magic eraser on this. Oh, yeah. Perfect. So we're going to call that 47 instead. And our balance is 47. Yay! Okay, this is exciting, and I can't wait for my next cash stuffing. And I'm going to be trying to save some money to put into my rollover, you guys. So the cash goes into here, which is where I'm trying to keep my cash. This is basically my cash binder. But here is Candyland. And so we are going to add the $47 in here. And as I said, everything in here is getting unstuffed at the end of every month, because my goal is to get the money into interest-bearing opportunities, right, you guys? And we'll talk more about that as we get along. So yay, we've started and I feel good about it. What do you guys think of the new setup here? The new, little bit different, yeah? So thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!